Now we have confirmed that a tornado touched down during this system. It was an EF0 and was in the area for about 4 minutes around 4:30 this morning. The tornado formed near the Kings Grant subdivision near Jamie Court, then moved to Westgate Road. There was some minor shingle damage, but mostly trees were knocked over or branches snapped off. The tornado then crossed North Carr Road and moved across northeast portions of the Wilmington International Airport. One man we spoke to in the area said the wind and his wife's reaction let him know something serious was going on.
When the wind hit and the wife hit the floor hollering, I knew something was going on. Just wasn't quite sure at the minute.
It caused additional tree damage along Cornelius Moore Avenue and Acorn Branch Road. The tornado eventually lifted in the woods off of Acorn Branch Road. No one was hurt.